Hello, Kim here, and today I'm going to hop on and read another email question that I received. And so if you don't know who I am, my name is Kim Porter. I'm a professional makeup artist for 17 years, educator and business coach. And I got an email from a young woman who is doing makeup full-time, and she does mainly beauty, fashion, and bridal. And her question was, could you offer me advice on how to promote myself, how to network and contact others, and how to grow my business? And so I have 12 tips that could help her. Now, I was able to go and find her doing a search on Google, but if you guys send me a question, please include your website and social media links, your Instagram, your Facebook. I don't really need Twitter or anything like that, but it is so helpful to have your website and your social media so I can go check that out, because I really need to be able to give you the big picture. It's really hard to answer a question just based on a little bit of information that I get in an email. So the first one up was when I went to look at her website and her social media. The website link on her Instagram did not load. It didn't say failure to load, like I know that's happened before, but it just didn't load, or very quickly. It took forever. So if I'm a paying client who wants to book you and I go to your Instagram and I click on your website and it's like loading and loading and loading, I'm probably going to leave. So I don't know if that's something that your web person can do, or if there's some change that you can do for that, but I would definitely fix that because it took forever. So number two is there's no image on her about page. And so when I'm going to someone's website, I want to see an about page, a services, a portfolio. Rates and reviews is a great, rates is one, services and rates. Reviews and testimonials is another great thing to have on your website. So I didn't see an image on her about page. And when someone goes to your about page, they want to be able to connect with you. They want to be able to see who you are. And so having that image on your about page, and I like to have a couple images, like me, I think I have like one of just me, and then one of me working, and then one of my children in there as well. And so have some pictures on your about page that kind of personalize you a little bit more. I did see reviews on her website, which is a great thing to do. And so the tip number 3 was have reviews on your website. Maybe sign up for a Wedding Wire account. You don't necessarily have to pay for the account, but you could do like the baseline of what they have and have a Wedding Wire so you can collect reviews there. Tip number 4, she had no Instagram button on her website. And so when you go to someone's website and they have the little buttons to Facebook and Instagram, like I want to go see their Instagram. I'm going to go to their Instagram before I go to their Facebook. So make sure you have an Instagram button on your website, and that's how you're going to grow your Instagram, because people are going to find you on your website and they're going to go to your Instagram. That is ideally how this works, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to build your website so that your website is what is generating more clients to you. And so tip number 5, the Facebook button wasn't working. So check your buttons. Make sure that your buttons are working correctly, that they're going to where they're supposed to go. Make sure that you're checking all of the links and your on your websites and your social media, and make sure that everything's working right, because most likely people aren't going to tell you that things aren't working. They're just going to be like, okay, move on. So make sure that you have all your buttons are working. And then also on the website, make sure that you have an email address on there. Not just the contact page, the form that they can fill out. Have an email address on there and a phone number. I think she had all of that on hers, but that's a good tip just to anyone else who's working on building up their website. Make sure you have that contact information on there as well. And so I did a Google search for her in the area that she lives in. She told me where she lived, and I could not find her website on page 1, page 2, page 3. So most people are not going to go that far back. So we're going to work on getting your page on the first or second page on a Google search or whatever search engine that you're using. You really want to be one of the very first that pops up, because most people are not going to go that far back. Tip number 7, she was asking how to promote herself. You're going to be writing blog posts, and you're going to be posting inspiring, entertaining, or educational posts and memes and things on your social media. So this is how you build your community, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how often to do that. But it's not just about doing makeup, it's about building your community. And in order to do that, you need to have a great website and you need to be active on your social media. So tip number 8 was write the top 10 vendors and like photographers or whoever you want to work with that are in your area. Write down the top 10 and go follow them on their social media. Like and comment on their posts, and so that you start to build a relationship with them, that you're not just some stranger. Like, you're going to start commenting and you're going to have a connection. They're going to start to remember you because they see you commenting and liking their post. And so that's how you build a relationship with vendors around you. And number 9, once you feel a little bit more comfortable, send those top 10 vendors, photographers, whoever, send them some information about you and send them images of your work, a little bit about you, and offer to take them out for coffee, get to know them a little bit better so they can get to know you a little bit better so that you can build a referral network. That's how you build your networking. And then if you have events in your area, go to those events. They're really important in the beginning. Hopefully you have some good ones. I know we used to have some great ones around here that I first started out. It's so hard to do that. But once you get doing it a couple times, you start to know some people. Maybe you can meet up with some people. It gets easier. So definitely take advantage of any networking events that you have in your area. Tip number 10 for getting your website on the first or second page of Google is to blog with keyword-rich content. So whatever people are putting in a search engine to find a makeup artist in your area, make sure you're blogging with those keywords. So I live in Virginia Beach makeup artist. That's all in through my website, all in my blog post. It's not just blog posts about your work. It's also like tips for bridal or makeup tips and how-tos and things like that. And so you're putting all of these keywords in there so that people can find you. And also you should be able to put keywords for your photos. So if you post a photo on your website, I know for mine, there's no place to put keywords. Google searches that stuff. So make sure you're putting some keywords in your photos if you can. Update your website weekly and your social media daily, once at least. Twice would be great. So website update weekly. Do not let your website get stale. You put your website up, you put the information up there, and then you're done. You don't go to it anymore. No, you need to be posting blogs, posting images, keeping it fresh, and so that Google notices it a little bit more than someone who doesn't update their website and who gets a little stale. So the stale websites kind of get thrown to the bottom a little bit, where the ones that are constantly being updated, Google recognizes that and puts them higher. So make sure that you're posting on your website weekly, social media daily, at least 1, but 2 times would be great. And then when you post a blog post to your website, also post it on Google+. And Google also recognizes those and puts them higher. So it's just like all intertwining. If you just do one thing, you just blog, but you're not posting it anywhere else, most people aren't going to really find it that well. But if you're posting on Google+, you're blogging, you're updating your photos, you're starting a YouTube channel and putting your videos on there, and it all starts to build it. And so your website gets higher. So it does take a little bit of work. It's not something that you're going to be able to do overnight, but in 6 months, you could totally be on the first page of Google if you really made an effort to do that. On tip number 11, on Instagram, on your photos, tag others in your photos. So vendors, if it's a bride, tag the vendors. If it's your products, tag the makeup companies. If it's the lashes, whatever you're using, tag them in your photos. And then they'll come and they'll like it, they'll comment, they might share it. I had recently a meme I posted on my Kim Porter TV Instagram that I tagged Bobbi Brown in, and it was about her. And she reposted that on her Instagram, and it has over 5,000 likes right now. It's probably closer to 6,000 likes. And I got over 40 likes on my Instagram just by her reposting that and tagging me. So take advantage of those things. If you are using this certain airbrush makeup and you post that on Instagram, that company might repost that. And I mean, that's how you build. Like, that's like so exciting when someone else posts your photo, and then you build because other people are going to your Instagram. The activity that week when she did that was insane. It was so much activity on my Instagram, so many people going to and looking at my profile. So really cool thing, definitely something that you would want to do. So tip number 12 is to go live once per week on your social media, whether it's your Facebook or Instagram, although I do feel like we get a little bit more exposure with Instagram, so that might be your platform of choice. Show behind the scenes, show tutorials, pull back the curtain a little bit on you and your business, and show people who you really are, and then you form a connection with people. You form relationships that way. So I hope that these tips help. Best of luck with everything. If you have any more questions, comment below. You can send me an email at info@kimportertv.com. If you go to kimportertv.com website, you can find more information on how to work with me. I help you customize strategies and social media plans to help build your business, and also offer group coaching as well for a low price per month. So it was so great to be here. Thank you so much, and take care.